Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be talking about the North Dakota State Quarter. It's a beautiful state. I went there with my family about a year ago, and the natural beauty was gorgeous, but there are some North Dakota quarters where you can look closely to see if there's a variety that's going to make it worth more than the average North Dakota quarter without it. There's also some errors or conditional rarity that we'll be covering. Really, this is going to be a comprehensive review of everything you'd want to know about this state quarter, but focus on finding ones that are worth more than the average. That's exactly what we'll be doing, and we'll head to that presentation now. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live stream auctions and shopping app that I frequently sell coins and collectibles on. My link at the top of the description gives you $15 off your first order when you sign up through it, so definitely check that out. Plus, it's a great way to support my channel since any buy that you make with a new account gives me a nice bonus too. Hope to see you on some of those auctions. Let's get into the video. So here's our North Dakota statehood quarter with some bison. I've seen these up close and personal up in Teddy Roosevelt National Park on the north end, just really incredible. But there's also the Badlands, and so maybe it's not in the TR National Park, but I don't want to focus on the design. I want to focus on what's going to make these coins more valuable. And the answer is on any P-Mint coin, you can look for what's called a doubled ear, doubled die obverse. So not the most well-known of varieties, but it's something that I always tell people, if you like treasure hunting, there's so much in these state quarters, and especially right here, valuation not going to be wild, $2 to $10 or so, but it's still, a variety that's well documented by John Wexler over at doubleddie.com. Really fun coin to look for. Same thing here with even a little bit more separation from the ear in the form of a second earlobe right below, sort of in that, again, 2 to 10. I think, for a nice example, maybe it could be a little bit more in terms of the valuation, but those are the two main varieties that you can look for, again, on any coin with a P-Mint mark. It might be one of the coins that was produced, struck by the dies that ended up having some doubling featured underneath the earlobe. There are some conditional rarities, and there's some wild errors worth thousands that I'm excited to get into. In terms of PCGS graded coins, if it's almost perfect, you could think about submitting it. If you think it's mint state 68, 3,000 and up, that way if it falls to mint state 67, you still have a profit, because below that you're going to be losing money. Even stricter on the D-Mint coins, if it falls to 67, maybe you'll break even or so after putting in some effort. So I just don't recommend that route too much. And same thing with the satin finish, clad, silver proof, just don't grade these. You can pause for the values. What I really want to highlight though, this is an unbelievable coin, was struck on a steel washer. So this is going to be far smaller than the normal planchet as it sort of gets spread out underneath the die. Gets imprinted pretty nicely, P-Mint, and it's pretty fascinating and valuable because at this point, generally the standards are thought to have been much higher for striking, in 2006. So you'd often have, just much fewer errors. This one, again, over $8,000, really significant state quarter error. I think this is something a little bit more common, obverse clad layer missing, where you've got, and on a satin finish coin as well, where you have, the three parts that go into making a quarter. You got three sort of parts of the planchet: inner copper, 2 nickel layers on either side. So one of those is missing here, and the obverse ends up with the clad layer missing. Would probably be worth 2 times this or more if the reverse had it missing. And then lastly, this is another really rare type of error. It's going to be a dropped letter Y. So essentially, what would have happened is there would have been a bunch of sort of dirt or grime that was getting in the Y in the die, and then it drops and then gets punched into the die. So you see a clear extra Y that's sticking out right there. And that's an error that can really be found on very many different types of coins in the modern era. I don't own one of them. They're very rare and, something really cool to be on the lookout for. Again, this one sold for $780 pretty recently, $780 in a heritage auction sale. So a fun slate of errors to be able to discuss. It's a little bit better from a lot of what we talk about. And then also, again, on those P-Mint coins, you've got 2 double dies and, something really fun to be looking for. So hope that this was helpful, and I'm making other videos for other similar coins, state quarters, and national parks, everything, trying to run the gamut and give you all the right information. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.